and welcome to the Night of 1,000 Stars. Each spring for more than 20 years, the many literacy organizations from Chicago and around the state of Illinois have come together for this star-studded event. But what do we mean by stars? The stars we recognize tonight are the thousands of adult learners who have persevered and triumphed in their quest for education. Each year we gather to listen to their stories, applaud their accomplishments, and celebrate their talents. It's always been an emotional and inspiring evening. This year is no different, and perhaps even more inspiring this year is how our learners have endured the challenges brought on during the past year and yet still strive to improve themselves. In these times, learners have had to adapt to remote learning and learn new digital literacy skills. Some learners have had to step away from their learning in order to deal with the unprecedented racial injustice, financial, health, career strains that the pandemic has brought upon us. Yet they still strive to improve themselves through education, and many who have to suspend their learning have endeavored to return once their situations became more stable. Our agencies are their partners in learning: the Chicago Citywide Literacy Coalition, Consejo de Hispano Alfabetización, Southwest Literacy Coalition, Northside Literacy Coalition, and all the member organizations under their umbrellas take great pride in supporting our learners, from the newly arrived refugee to the young adult learning in a job training program, to the elder who is learning computer skills. They are the true stars. But perhaps no one is more proud of our learners than the Honorable Jesse White, Secretary of State of Illinois. He has tirelessly championed the need for adult education in his role as Secretary of State and Head Librarian of the State of Illinois. Did you know that the Secretary of State is the Head Librarian? So, accessing education and free resources through our library system is an important function of that office. In addition, the Secretary of State funded 103 literacy programs totaling more than $5.7 million in fiscal year 2021. The Honorable Jesse White clearly has a passion for education, having dedicated much of his life to education in the public schools, as well as to the physical education and character education provided by the renowned Jesse White Tumblers. And that dedication has continued to be shown in his public service since he was first elected to the Illinois State House of Representatives in 1974 and continue into his current role as Secretary of State, an office he has held for nearly 22 years, longer than anyone has ever held that office. It's now my honor to introduce to you the Most Honorable Jesse White.
Hi, I'm Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White, and it's a pleasure for me to be here with you where we celebrate Night of 1,000 Stars. I believe that every day is a learning experience, and I want to applaud, commend, and thank the tutors for going beyond the call of duty to make sure that they passed on their knowledge to you. And once you have become successful, we would hope that you would look back at your family members or individuals in society and do all you can to help them to grow tall and straight. So with that, enjoy this wonderful day. Love your fellow man and woman. Never ever dislike anyone because of race, creed, or color. And above all, you've got yours, you make sure that you give it back. Congratulations to all of you for your giving and caring spirit, for making the difference in your life. Thank you and enjoy.
Thank you, Honorable Secretary of State White. And now it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Night of 1,000 Stars program. The stars of our program are the learners. They will share their talents and their thoughts, feelings, and goals about learning. You will hear from their tutors and teachers who will tell you in their words how the learners have impressed and inspired them. It truly is my honor to be the MC of this program because I know myself how important adult education is. I came to the United States in 2015. The language barrier and the totally new environment were very difficult. I was afraid to communicate with the English speakers. I dare not go shopping by myself. I was even scared of getting phone calls. But all that changed when I started going to the Polytech Center in Chinatown. I learned everything from simple sentences to express my thoughts and feelings to how to get help from the doctor. The teachers taught me a lot of English, including communication skills and information about the culture of my new environment. As time went on, I was no longer worried about talking to English speakers, and I made some American friends. A year later, I passed the entrance exam for community college. And just last year, I passed the exam to receive my real estate license. So you can see, Polytech Center helped me out of the difficult time. It's a window connecting the new immigrants to American society. But there are many stories in addition to mine. And tonight you will have the chance to meet the many stars whose accomplishments shine very brightly. And now I want to welcome you to enjoy the Night of 1,000 Stars.
Hello everyone, we are the Breaking Ground community, and my name is Charlie, and this is my colleague Jebby, and for this Night of 1,000 Stars, we would like to tell you why we are stars. So we will start with Cesar.
Hi, Guadalupe is a star because not only she's super smart, but she has always a fantastic attitude, and she can multitask like a rock star.
Thank you. Lupe is a star because she's a really nice person. She's super intelligent. She's always in class, and she's a beautiful woman.
So Fatan is a star because she is an amazing human being with a giant heart. She is very helpful. She's the one that I turn to sometimes when I'm stuck with something. And she is very admirable.
Veronica is a star because of her confidence and her hard work she puts in the class. She puts in so much effort. She has such a sweet and friendly heart, and her smile is the biggest star.
Thank you. Christian is a star because he's always humorous and making us laugh in class. And you're a very kind-hearted person and very smart and very helpful when we're in a team working together. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate that.
Okay, go ahead, Christian.
Thank you. Lily is a star because she's really smart. She likes helping others and she likes to participate in class. Thank you.
There's a star because he's a team player. He's always very articulate, and he comes out with the greatest ideas when we're working in groups. And his projects are always on point, and plus his hair always looks nice every day.
What about my hair, Lily? No, thank you all so much for letting us introduce and celebrate each other. We look forward to meeting you two in the educational galaxy. Thank you.
Greetings, my name is Becky Raymond, and I'm the Executive Director of the Chicago Citywide Literacy Coalition, also known as CCLC. For the past 20 years, every spring, CCLC, the Northside Literacy Coalition, the South and West Side Literacy Coalitions, and the Hispanic Literacy Councils, along with adult education programs across Chicago, have come together to celebrate Night of 1,000 Stars. Over the years, we've hosted this event at Annixter Center, at United for Better Living, and at Indo-American Center, among other great organizations that have helped host Night of 1,000 Stars. We come together to celebrate the achievements of adult learners, to recognize their accomplishment, and to have great food and camaraderie. I want to thank all the dignitaries who have contributed to this video, especially the Illinois State Secretary Jessie White, who has always been a great supporter of adult education. Thank you, Secretary White, for your continued support. And now, last but not least, thank you to the adult learners who are coming forward to share their story. We see you, we recognize you, and we are grateful for your commitment. This evening took a lot of effort from the providers who really thought outside the box on how to put an event together as we come out of our COVID days. So I want to acknowledge them and thank you for your time and support. So thank you for joining us via the screen. I hope you enjoy these stories, and thank you for your commitment to CCLC adult education, and enjoy your Night of 1,000 Stars 2021.
Hi, my name is Sarah Moss. I'm with Asian Human Services, and this recording is to honor Mandy Bozart, our Adult Education and Literacy Manager. Mandy has worked at Asian Human Services for about the last 7 years to serve the students that we work with in the Westridge neighborhood of Chicago. When COVID-19 hit, Mandy was responsible for converting all of our in-person classes to an online platform. So she worked with the ESL, computer, and citizenship students. This past fall, Mandy took the initiative to work with Silk Road Rising, and this was a project to help our students to use their English outside of regular classroom environment and explore various ideas and stories that would help lead to better understanding interculturally. Our students, many of whom were not comfortable initially with using computers or with even knowing what the components of a play were, did an outstanding job in the 10-week workshop of learning about how to incorporate conflict into their stories, how to develop their characters, how to write dialogue, and ultimately to create different drafts so that the final draft was something that they could be proud to have shown publicly. We then had some Chicago area actors perform these plays, and everybody was completely overwhelmed and blown away by what the result was. So none of this would have been possible without Mandy's leadership. We want to thank her for everything that she does to keep us engaged and helping the students that we serve so that everybody has a chance to become a prosperous member of our society. Thank you.
Next play is called Dinner Disaster by Flora. Setting: in a restaurant. Characters: Sandy, Maria's friend. Maria, Sandy's friend. Isabella, Sandy's mother. And Anthony, tall, handsome Sandy's boyfriend. Maria and Sandy are sitting at a restaurant.
Hello, Sandy. Why are you crying?
With a sad face, Sandy talks to Maria. She does not feel well.
What's wrong, Sandy?
My mom wants to send me to Europe.
Why? What happened?
She found out that we are bankrupt.
Oh, no.
What am I going to do, Maria?
Tell your mom you will find a job.
Sandy nods her head, saying yes. Then her mother's car pulls up to the driveway and Sandy's mother steps out.
Hello, Sandy. Are you done saying goodbye?
Hello, Mother. I was talking to Maria about my trip and she gave me an idea.
Really? Tell me.
I can get a job here and pay off your debt.
No. You need to focus on your education. That's why you are going to Europe with my rich sister.
But Mom!
Isabella slaps Sandy across her face, and Sandy starts crying. Everyone is looking at them.
Get in the car. Now.
Wait!
A tall, handsome man stops Sandy from entering the car. It is her boyfriend, Anthony.
What are you doing, Anthony?
I won the lottery, and I can pay your mother's debt.
Anthony pulls out a lottery ticket that says $50 million. Sandy's mother faints, and Sandy kisses Anthony a lot. The end.
Catrielle Jean-Baptiste, and I manage the Adult Education Program at TouchCare Foundation. And it is my honor to work with wonderful people, including our director, Kiona Owens, and our tutors. I think everyone at TouchCare Foundation is a star, and I'm very happy to tell you why now. So, our tutors have been very flexible. We are a small organization, but doing great work. And their willingness to sub, their willingness to take on more than they initially were doing is one of the reasons I think they are a star. So we have people who were doing one-on-one tutoring, but once we asked, can you take over our small group, one of our small group classes, they just jumped right in. Or if we needed emergency sub, same thing, jump right in. Some have truly expanded their role with us. They start as one-on-one tutoring, and now they're our coordinator, doing, helping with our online courses, helping with all the things from both testing, tutoring, and managing. So that's one of the many reasons I think each of them is a star and worthy of note.
My name is Artemio Perez with Tolton Center in Little Village, and this year our students have been such brilliant stars. Throughout the year, families in our program were hard hit by COVID-19. They endured illness, loss, uncertainty, food insecurity, and fear in a harsh political climate. They did not have access to the support and resources available to so many of their neighbors in Chicago. They had to continue to work jobs where they feared infection and raids by immigration while performing work essential to our lives. I cannot name a family that was not touched by these hardships and pushed to their very limit. Yet week after week, they showed up weary yet smiling to our virtual classes. They demonstrated such profound resilience and commitment to the lives they dreamed to build for their families. I feel fortunate to have been part of those lives this year. They showed the best of people in the worst of times and inspired me to look for the best in myself. We live in a time where it is literally harder to see the stars, and we don't always take the time to seek them out and recognize them. Thank you for the time to take a moment to reflect on a truly special group of people. I will always be grateful for their light in these challenging and sometimes dark times. Viva!
Hola, yo soy Liliana García. A mí significa mucho las clases de inglés porque gracias a eso he aprendido mucho y sé que en un futuro voy a poder ayudar a mis hijos con sus tareas, ayudarlos con las expresiones, y la forma que me he superado este año es que he aprendido gramática, verbos, vocabulario. Eso me ha gustado mucho, y algo que aprendí es que uno puede hacer las cosas mientras uno se lo proponga y que todo se puede en la vida, echándole ganas. A mi maestra, tengo una excelente maestra que es muy paciente. Ella le gusta mucho entender a las personas y ayudarles con el aprendizaje, y es una excelente persona como ser humano y como maestra. Me encanta tenerla como profesora.
Hola, mi nombre es Maura Suaste y les voy a hablar un poco de Torto Center. Torto Center tiene programas de inglés como segundo idioma, al club de lectura y actividades para la familia. Nos mantiene informadas con todas las actividades que tiene nuestra comunidad aquí en la villita. Y en lo personal a mí me está ayudando a realizar mi meta, que es aprender inglés como segundo idioma. Y tiene una organizadora que es una excelente persona que se llama Megan. Me ha ayudado muchísimo y tiene muy excelentes maestros. En lo personal, mi maestra Emily es una gran persona, una excelente maestra que nos ayuda en todo lo que ella puede. En estos momentos del COVID, ellos nos han estado ayudando, Miss Megan, con despensas, decirnos dónde hay todo que podemos conseguir. Para mí, en lo personal, es un excelente programa. Gracias, Megan.
We have incredible students at Tolton Center. This past year, we have held all of our classes online, which has been an adjustment for everyone. Our students keep showing up every week, even when the Wi-Fi signal is bad, tablets are freezing, pets are barking, kids are crying, the street is noisy outside, and all of the other fun things about a virtual classroom that we cannot control. Our students at Tolton Center are incredibly motivated and resilient, even in the toughest situations, which inspires me every day. It's an honor to work with them.
Hi, I am Byron Siccho Lopez, Alderman of the 25th Ward and a former adult educator. In this Night of the Thousand Stars, I want to send a special greeting and all the best to all our wonderful teachers, tutors, staff, students, all the wonderful people who are in the Chicago Citywide Literacy. This is a very important time for us to recognize the great work that is done by the many people in adult literacy and literacy campaign, in a literacy campaign across the city. These are difficult moments, but it's important to take a little bit of time to celebrate all the wonderful work done by our students, again, by our staff, teachers, tutors, volunteers, everyone who has made this possible. I know that these are times of unprecedented challenges, and this is not a small achievement to be able to overcome all these challenges, to continue to work on behalf of our communities. Thank you again to the Chicago Citywide Literacy. I hope that you all enjoy and celebrate these wonderful achievements in this Night of the Thousand Stars. You all are stars, you all are all the wonderful people doing extraordinary things in our communities. Thank you again, and I look forward to see you all and continue working together. Thank you.
My name is Emily Perez. I'm a tutor with the Southeast Asian Center, and my student is Luz Conde. We've been working together for about a year now, and I'd say Luz's best quality is her perseverance. She's a star because she loves learning about new subjects, and she always has enthusiasm for the things she's learning about. Her favorite things to talk about are her family and animals. She loves reading about nature and biology. And Luz is really a star, and I'm proud to be able to work with her.
Hi, my name is Chioma, and I've had the pleasure of teaching Ruguang and Xiaomin for the last 4 months, and it's been a great experience with them because they are so enthusiastic about learning English in general. They're probably one of the best students I have ever had to teach in the past almost year of me teaching English. They are always participating in all of the activities and classes. They always have their homework ready every week that we meet. They're super friendly and super inviting to new teachers, because the one thing I was worried about is them not being comfortable with me on the first day. But they were ready to go. They were all participating. It was fantastic, and I couldn't ask for any better students than them. Another thing is that they have a true desire of learning English, which makes them so enthusiastic and so engaged in the lessons every week, which is fantastic for a teacher teaching English, to have a student actually be enthusiastic and willing to learn the new language. And I recently discovered that they are very talented in singing, which is amazing. They are great students.
Yeah?
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be. I feel just not ours to see. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, what will be, will be.
When I grow up and feel enough, I ask my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Hear what they say and say.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, what will be, will be.
Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what life I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, what will be, will be. Hey, Sarah, Sarah.
My student May is a star, and she's a star for so many reasons that they're difficult to list. But let me start by saying that she's such a committed and enthusiastic student. She never misses a session, she's always on time, and she's always ready to work. May really, really likes to read English, and she's a good English reader. She especially likes English stories that are funny because they make her laugh. May is always interested in vocabulary and new vocabulary, and she likes to practice pronunciation. May is a very interesting person. Not everybody knows that May was a champion ping pong player. May really, really is respectful, and I appreciate that as a tutor. I am very grateful to have such a lovely person as my student. May is a real star. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher. My teacher, Dana, is a star because she is a wonderful teacher. I thank she so much helped me to study English. I like it to read English story. She makes me laugh. I am very happy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi everybody, I'm Alderman Matt Martin from the 47th Ward, and I'm really pleased to be joining you this evening to celebrate Night of 1,000 Stars. We all know how challenging this last year has been, the difficulties, the isolation that we've had to endure, but the work of organizations like the Southeast Asia Center has helped us get through this last year, being able to bring folks together to be able to enhance literacy, enhance communication, so incredibly important. I'm thankful for their work, the administrators, the teachers, the students. It just goes to show that the importance of literacy will always be front and center for us. The ability for us to communicate with one another, to share our traditions with one another, to be able to learn about one another's perspectives. Always critical, and that's why I'm so thankful to have organizations, including the Southeast Asia Center, supporting our community. Thank you, and take care.
My name is David Winkowski, and I have a black spot.
Yep. So what's your tutor's name?
Ryan.
How long have you been working with Ryan?
I don't know.
A few months now?
A few months.
Yep. So what do you guys do together?
Blogs.
So you write together,
We
work
write
on your
together,
blog?
we communicate with each other, and we get along.
Great. So what are you most thankful for your tutor?
He's very pleasant, very kind, got a good personality.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add about him?
He's very outspoken.
Lovely. Thanks, David.
Hi, this is Alderwoman Maria Haddon, and I'm so excited to this year celebrate with the Chicago Citywide Literacy Coalition the Night of 1,000 Stars. This last year has brought so many challenges on a lot of levels, and I want to take this opportunity to celebrate our adult learners through the disruptions that the pandemic has brought, personal losses, health concerns, the financial impact. Keeping going on the journey that you have undertaken has been more challenging than ever. But remember, even if you've had to take a break from your learning journey, you can come back, right? This is lifelong learning. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you to the Chicago Citywide Literacy Coalition. And thank you to all of our stars who are out there on this learning journey, persevering and coming back, right? Coming back to that learning space this year, hopefully. So we look forward to seeing you continue on your literacy journey, and thank you for all that you do.
Por eso quiero hacerles saber a todos los maestros de Erie House el impacto tan importante que han hecho a muchas familias como la mía. Que cada vez que estamos tomando clase lo hacemos con la seguridad que es aquí donde comenzamos a luchar por nuestros sueños. Gracias por su paciencia y por brindarnos su sabiduría. Gracias por hacernos crecer cada día para poder realizarnos. No tengo cómo pagarles, pero sí les diré que lo que han hecho por mí lo llevaré el resto de mi vida. Nunca lo olvidaré. Gracias a todos los maestros, especialmente a los de Erie House.
Buenas, mi nombre es Katy y quería agradecer a Erie House por el apoyo incondicional que recibí cuando traté de buscar clases en inglés. Cuando llegué tuve un tutor que es Brian Jamison, que fue el mejor tutor que pude haber encontrado. Él sabía exactamente explicar las cosas en el inglés claras y poder darme alcance sobre lo que yo realmente necesitaba para poder entender el idioma. Estoy muy agradecida con Erie House y esa es una oportunidad de tener un tutor a nuestra disposición para poder aprender el idioma y poder desenvolverme y poder conseguir un mejor trabajo. Gracias, Erie House.
Es el primero en llegar y el último en marcharse, va vistiendo su traje, gastado de olvido y coraje, el obrero del saber por un sueldo modesto, va otra vez a clases. De una inmensa misión, debe aportarle a la vida algo de sabiduría con afán de educador, formador del futuro presidente, de un político decente, de un artista, un doctor. Qué grande tu vida, mi maestro, qué grande es tu grata ocupación. Fracciones de mi vida no te olvidan, qué grande tus días de maestro.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chucarro, and I'm going to share my recently experience with you. In these difficult times, I want to take advantage of the stay-at-home situation. I wrote a novel in Spanish and then translated it using dictionaries and common sense when machine translation didn't convince me. The title is Journey to the Light, and the manuscript tries to offer different points of view. A science fiction and entertainment novel that will occur in 100 years or more ahead in the future, 100 in the future. A moral and symbolic message where mythological settings, some Masonic legend, and symbols linked to religion are offered. The combat to the evil, who again try to foster a superior race and are defeated by the alliance of good. And for more depth, a hope in man and woman and their forces guided by the light whose interpretation is free. Now I have the more difficult task, that is to find a professional proofreader and publisher. But I think I'm going to finish my work better. Thanks for Susana, thanks for Air School for provide my first English learning.
Hi, everyone. I'm Joanne Telser-Prayer, the Director of Project Development at Literacy Chicago. I'm here today with some of our teachers and staff to give you an update about how we moved our classes online. So first, Jeannie, would you like to tell us what class you teach, what position you have, and any challenges or exciting things to tell us?
Sure. So I am a volunteer teaching citizenship class, and I am also a part-time employee where I work helping GED students get into their classes. The citizenship class has been pretty amazing throughout this pandemic situation. We've been online since last April. So we got, our classes together online pretty quickly. And my students have been real troopers. They all show up for every class. Some of them even show up. I've got one student who's had to return to Russia, and she comes to class from Moscow several times a week. So that's been really rewarding to see everybody showing up, and they've adjusted, learned how to use a lot of different kinds of technology with me, and it's been very exciting. So yeah, there you go.
Patricia, what's your experience been?
Hi, well, my experience as an AmeriCorps member through Literacy Volunteers of Illinois has been very good here at Literacy Chicago. I think a challenge may be the testing of students via Zoom or Google Chat, but yeah, I spoke with the CASAS team, and now I'm able to do online CASAS through the Zoom and navigate where the students are able to be tested and we can have their reading level recorded.
Thank you. Laura, tell us about what you do. You have a conversation class.
Yes. Hi, I facilitate a conversation group, and my students are all taking English, but they also love to come just to practice conversation, and they love to use their imaginations and tell little stories. And some of them, as in Jeannie's class, are participating from other countries, a couple from Russia and a lady from Peru, and they're determined to join, and they are learning a lot.
Karen and Betty teach our adult literacy classes, and those classes were the hardest to get started because most of the people in those classes can't read very well. So it was a big challenge to get them online, but we have, and they're doing great. Karen?
Well, that's what I was going to say. extreme learning experience for both the teachers and the students, and learning how to help people who can't necessarily read all the instructions, how to make the most of Zoom or Google Meet, and how to interact online. It's a totally different experience than in the classroom, but it's been very rewarding.
Betty, would you like to add something to that?
Yeah, just a bit. I co-teach phonics and reading and writing. And I think what's been wonderful about Zoom and COVID is that it was a chance to connect with the students. Had it not been for Zoom, you know, we would have missed them all this time. And there's camaraderie that's developed in the class between everybody. So it's just, you know, it's been a learning experience for everyone, but it's become a very positive thing, the online learning.
So I thank everyone here and all the rest of our volunteers and our staff, and come join us, Literacy Chicago. Bye.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would you feel the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.
Yeah, this is my goal. I want to learn English, improve my English, and then can hiding a good job.
Find a good job.
And I can choose good school education for my daughter. Yeah, because my English is so good, I will do something myself. Don't need to help. Yeah.
Well, I'll just say I love working with Sudan and her daughter Isabella, and I'm also a language learner. I'm learning Chinese, and she is so incredibly brave and bold and just unafraid to speak English and make mistakes, and she really leads our time together. I'm not pulling words out of her. She just is so chatty and funny, and we talk about everything, and I think we really have a friendship together. And it's just so cool to see her as a mom and just a hard worker, and I'm so excited for everything life. I love working with her. So
my student is a star because of his faithfulness and hard work. He shows up every Saturday morning ready to go and works hard at his English acquisition.
My tutor has helped me a lot. He teaches me about how to speak at my job and what vocabulary to use and how to say the whole sentence. It's really helped me at my job.
Or tea, right? It's a way to offer someone something, right? Like, Lucia, would you like some tea?
Yes. Thank you, right?
Yeah, yes, thank you. Lucia, would you like some water?
No, thanks.
Yeah, great. Do you want to offer me something? Can you ask me? Would you like?
Would you like some coal?
Sure, that'd be great.
To meet with her. One, because we've gotten to become friends and I feel like I've gotten to know her and learn from her. And then two, because I've gotten to help her some with her English, especially English that she can use for her work and for her daily life. So I've really enjoyed it. I'm thankful to be part of the program.
My student is a star because she works really hard and she perseveres to learn English, and I'm really glad that we can be friends.
Thank you. My teacher star because she is responsible, funny, be patient, and work hard.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
It's Alderman Andre Vasquez of Chicago's 40th Ward. I want to thank Chicago Citywide Literacy Coalition for reaching out so that I can speak to you all on this night of 1,000 stars. I wanted to commend all of you, students and tutors, for your efforts in making sure you increase your literacy and learn to read and to continue building upon that. I want it to be made clear, and I know this is something you all know and understand, that the lack of literacy is an accessibility issue. We're talking about a failure of our society and our educational system of providing and making it convenient for people to learn, especially when they're dealing with so many other things, right? I know we often have people that create narratives that, oh, it's the family and it's the parents and it's all these other things, but what we understand is very simple. It is incumbent upon a government and a society to make sure all of its people have the necessary skills to survive and to live and thrive in that society. So we know, especially now, COVID has shown us how important it is to be plugged into the digital world, into the internet, and the ability to read is crucial and vital to that endeavor. So what we understand is that the work that you all do takes a lot of courage, especially when there's this associated thought of shame, when it's not anything that a person has failed, but really an institution in society has failed. And so I want to make sure that you all know how courageous and strong you all are to us, especially when we have new leadership in government that appreciates really what people in marginalized communities go through. So thank you all for being real rock stars in making sure that you increase your literacy and that you're able to navigate in this world. And we will continue to work and find ways that government can support that and provide the foundation so that future generations have even more access to those skills and can learn. I know that got a little bit serious, but I know this is a night of celebration. And so I wanted to make sure you all understood how much we're with you and that you really celebrate and champion your own successes as you're learning more and reading more. So let us know how we can be helpful in our office. I'm more than happy to do so. And I wish you all the best. You all take care. Bye.
Everyone, my name is Sanoba Yasin. I live in the north side of Chicago. When I first heard the news about COVID-19, I got scared. I didn't even know how to react. Then I told myself that it will be better for me to follow the guidelines provided by our governor and mayor. I am trying my best to stay at home, washing my hands frequently, and in case I have to step out, I always wear face mask and gloves.
for joining us, and thank you for supporting the learners, teachers, and agencies who ensure that adults in Chicago and around the state are able to achieve their goals and thrive in their lives. We have so many acknowledged for their support and participation. We invite you to view the following list of all the agencies and their supporters, some of whom are your neighbors. Community-based adult education means so much to the people in your community, and we hope that you will join us in supporting them and the organizations that make their education possible. Thanks again for joining us for our Night of 1,000 Stars.